This is part 3 of our Pocket Reference Alter Book 2.0 series. If you guys haven't seen any of the episode, I will leave the playlist in the description below. Welcome, it's Winnie from BellaSunshyn. The 256 cookbook, we are not ripping anything. So we should be working on page number 121 and 123. The next pocket that we are doing, it's called the Arrowhead, and we need 2 pages. So for the 320 cookbook, I need you to find page number 145, and I need you to go ahead and rip that out. So when you do that, you should have page number 143 and page number 147 is the 2 pages that you'll be working on. So with this one, you'll need the half a page that we had folded in half vertically. And we need to go ahead and mark our middle. Just like that. Then with this one, we need to create we're gonna fold our page like this to match up to the line where we marked. Right? And we want to take it to this, to the inside, like this. I guess we should have marked page number 122 or 144 to make it easier. So we want it to look like this. Then for the 123 or the 147, you're going to do the same thing. So with this one, maybe you'll just use your guidance to where you folded earlier. This, and they should line up pretty good. You want to do the same thing. And as long as yours is lining up, that's all we care, like this. So this one is pretty easy. It just looks like that. Looks like a arrowhead to me. So with this one, of course, these, you can glue it down. Is to make your pocket stronger. Okay, so it'll be glued down like this. Now with this one, I would take your half a page and do your line. Let's see here. I'm gonna do my pen so you guys can see it. Like that. And what you're going to do is you're going to put glue right where that half point is. So you're gluing, you're putting glue. And once you have glue right there, you are going to also glue the top here. And then the bottom here. So that's where you're putting the glue. Then once you have that, you should have 2 pockets, and one is here at the bottom like this, and then the other one is at the top like this. 2 pockets, and that is the arrowhead. So let's go ahead and do our post-it, and we need 2 pages. So now we're on our 15th. And it is called Natasa's Stitch, and it requires 4 pages. So for the 256 cookbook, you should have your page number open to 125. I need you guys to go ahead and find page number 127 and put a paper clip. And then you need page 131, and then 135. For the 320 cookbook, I need you to paperclip 151, 153, and 155. So that should be 3 pages consecutively. Then you need to find page number 159, 161, 163. That's 3 pages also consecutive. Then you also need to find 167, 169, and 171. So those should all have paperclip, and you need to go ahead and rip off the one that has the paperclip. The 256 cookbook, we should have 125, 129, 133, and 137. So we're needing 4 pages. For the 320 cookbook, you should have 149, 157, 165, and 173. Turn your page for 125, or for the 320, you need to be at page number 149. So this is our first page for the Natasa stitch. And what we want to go ahead and do is turning my book upside down, and I'm going to fold page number 125 or 149, and I'm folding it somewhat in half. I don't want to go all the way to the line of our spine, and it's kind of hard to see. So I'm just doing like this, and we want to go ahead and fold it on the inside like this. So that is page number 125 or 149. It's folded like this. Then from the page 129 or 157, you can use, if you think it's big enough, it's going to be your next pocket. I kind of want it maybe 2 inches. So I'm going to go ahead and mark 2 inches. Like this. And then we're going to go ahead and fold. So we are folding 129 or 157. And we're going to do this. I'm going to keep it like this, so that way it's easier for you guys to see. But normally this page, you're going to fold it from the inside, okay? Well, let's go ahead and do that so I don't get you guys confused. Like this. Then this is going to be our base. 133 is going to be the same length. Then on the page 137 or the 173, we're also going to create a pocket. And this one, you can create, maybe let's mark 2 inches. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough, but let's give it a try. 2 inches. Use your ruler to help you fold your page. and you are just folding page number 137, or it's 173. All right, so this is what we have. You have this folded, then you have this, okay? So now with this one, what you would do on page number 125, you're supposed to go ahead and glue this down over here like this. Then on this one, you also do the same thing here. You glue it down like this. Then on page 137 or 173, this one, you are going to glue the top and the bottom. Then you need to find your paper that's the halfway point. Line it up and make your mark like that, and you're gonna also glue it right there. So when you put glue here, here, and here, it's gonna go like this, and you're going to have a pocket right here and right here, okay? Then for this one, again, find the halfway point. Mark it, and that's where you're going to put the glue, in the middle, at the bottom, at the top, then you're gonna have another 2 pockets here. Now, if you want a big pocket, then don't put glue here. Don't put glue here. Then you'll have a nicer, bigger pocket. So whichever you guys would prefer. Then on this one, you can do the same thing. You can choose to put glue in the middle, or you can leave this to be a big space like this. So with this one, I am going to put glue on the top and then on the bottom only, because I want a big pocket right here. Then for the bottom part, I'm putting, or the next one, I'm putting glue to the top, the bottom, and then I'm going to find my halfway point, and I'm putting glue right here. Okay, so that's what you have. So you have a, for us, I have a pocket here, here, one big one here, one here, one here, and then one big one here, or you can do 2, right? Now it's called Natasa stitch because you are supposed to do a stitching around it, or you can do a fake one. So what you want to do is take your halfway point, and we're going to do a mark, pencil mark, our halfway point all the way through all these 3 pages you're seeing. And then you're going to do the same thing over on page number 137 or 173. And you're also going to do the halfway point. You do your line like this. Okay. Now, if you want your stitching to be all nice and neat, you can also measure, like maybe use one of your ruler. You see how I have marking here? I could technically mark so I know where the line is, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna wing it. So what you want to do to kind of complete this look, you need to go ahead and take a Sharpie, and be careful, because I think let's do a little test with Sharpie. If we mark, it's gonna smear a little bit. So we need to go ahead and kind of let it dry. So what you want to do is, maybe let's start from the middle. Remember the line that we have, and we're just doing a faux stitching. Not gonna be perfect. Like that. I'll leave that. Then I'm gonna do the bottom. Okay, that's dry. Now let's go ahead and turn to the very back of our, which is, we're looking at page number 137. That's what we're working on. And then you're gonna do the same thing. So take 137 and of course 133, because you're gonna have to mark both of those. So we're gonna go ahead and do our halfway point. Okay, so that one's dry. And so now that completes our Natasa stitch. So you can stitch it all together if you wanted, which could be fun. But if you guys do decide to stitch it for real, is you want to go ahead and punch your holes. It would make it a lot easier to stitch 4 pages together. So if you would just do your line and do your holes, it's going to be so much easier. So now let's go ahead and mark, get our post-it, and we are doing the Natasa stitch. And that requires 4 pages. And we are going to go ahead and mark it. Next pocket is called Minis 256 Cookbook. You need to paper clip number, page number 141 and page number 145. And for the 320 cookbook, you need to paper clip 177 and 181. For the minis, we are going to need 3 pages. So you should be starting off at 139 or 175. So let's go ahead and rip the pages with the paper clip. So we should be working on page 139, 143, and 147. So for the 320 cookbook, you should have 175, 179, and 183. So let's take those 3 pages together, and let's go ahead and put our cutting mat behind your page 139. I'm sorry, behind 147 or 183. So I'm putting my cutting mat right here, 147 or 183. So I have 3 pages. So we're working with 3, and we're gonna cut these 3 pages together. I am just going to take, I have to do it upside down, a ruler, and I'm just gonna line up my ruler to the edge. And I want to cut off just that piece, like that. So we're going to go ahead and cut. I think this is about 1 1/4 inches is what I took off, just in case you're curious. So we have this smaller page. Then we want to go ahead and take Well, now we lost our page number. So the very first page, which would have been 139 or 175. And we're folding it kind of in half, but not too close to the edge. I'm just eyeballing it. And I'm gonna do it from the inside. So the first one looks like this. And then you have this pages, right? Then take your cutting mat again, and you're gonna put it under your last page. So we got 1, 2, and 3. And what we're gonna do is we're going to mark from the top. We are marking 3.5. Right here, and then 3.5 on the other side. And then from the bottom, we're also gonna do a 3.5 inches mark. And then what we're doing is we're gonna go ahead and cut. Okay, lost my ruler. Oh, there it is. So we're gonna cut all 3 pages. So you want to make sure your pages can go all the way. So it's got to be cut. See how that's not cut? I'm just gonna rip it like this. So ideally with this, before you do any of the cutting, you really want to go ahead and decorate this page first. So if whatever decoration you guys were gonna do, it's a lot easier if you decorate the page. I mean, not what I mean by decorating. Let me find it in this book. No. So like this. So if you're trying to get that continuous look, then you want to decorate the pocket first before you, see, before you cut. It is going to be a lot easier to do it like that. So with this one, you are going to glue these pages down. Gluing it down like this. And then with this one, so for every one of them, you are gluing the top and the bottom of it. So here, you're gluing the top and the bottom, and this creates a pocket right here. And you're doing the same thing for all 3 of them. Glue. Then for the second page of our minis, these and these and these, you are going to glue the same thing, because then we want the we want this to be a pocket like this. Then of course, before you glue it, you want to go ahead and do your what do you call it, to kind of show that it's a pocket. So I'm just eyeballing it, and I'm just trying to do the middle. So with this one, when you put something here, you know, it'll be sticking out a little bit. That's why we cut a little bit off, just so that way you have a choice to have it sticking out and it's not going to go over your book. So that is the minis. I'm going to go ahead and mark. Minis requires 3 pages. That is complete. Our next pocket is called Lisa's Diamond, and it requires 4 pages. 256, I need you all to find page number 151 and put a paper clip on it. And then we also need to look for page number 157. Again, we are paper clipping 151 and 157. For the 320 cookbook, you need to paper clip page number 187, 189, and 191. So that's 3 consecutive 3 pages that you are putting a paper clip on. 187, 189, and 191. Then you also need to paper clip page number 197, 199, and 201. That's 197, 199, and 201. So let's go ahead and rip the pages that has the paper clip. All right, so I have mine ripped, and we're gonna look at page number 149, should be your starting page, or page number 185. So we're working with 4 pages. And we are, for the 256, we're looking at 149, 153, 155, and 159. For the 320, we are looking at 185, 193, 195, and 203. So we're going to go ahead and look at our page number 153. And what we're going to do is we're going to create a triangle. We don't want to go too close to the edge, so just have a little gap. I don't know, like maybe a 1/8 inch of a gap, like that. And we're gonna go ahead and fold like this. And then we're doing the same thing for page number 155 or 195, and we're just going to create the same thing, and we're just going to use this as our mark to kind of make sure they line up. Need to get closer. So you should have something like this. I went ahead and inked it so you guys can see better. So that is the top of the diamond. Then we need to go ahead and do this other side, like trying to make a point at the bottom, and then you're just kind of lining this up together like this. So you have it something looking like this. You want to do the same thing here. Just lining up your corners here. And you kind of have like a diamond looking thing, right? Like this. Make sure you crease it. Then we are taking, unfold it like this, and we're going to fold it from the inside like this. then here, you're just folding it right in the middle of that crease. So you're also gonna match this line to this line, kind of like this. You're gonna do the same thing. Making sure you just wanna make sure they line up together the best that you can, like that. Then you're going to, from here, you're gonna fold the inside. So it would look something like this. Like this, okay? I know mine is not very well straight. I had to refold it a little bit. Looks much better now. So it looks like this. So we'll have a small pocket here and here. Now for this one, you're just putting a glue, like right here. Just putting a glue. So if you think this is making it bulkier, you can go ahead and just cut that off or glue it together, whichever you would prefer. What I would do is I would actually cut off this triangle right here. Oops. Just because I think it's adding a little bit of a bulk on my book. So I would cut that off instead of gluing. So this is what we have, like this. And then once that's glue, this one, you're gonna find the middle of this. So where is our, there's our middle, wherever the pointy thing is. Right there, and you're going to put glue. Like this, so you would have a pocket here and pocket here. And then you would do the same thing here. Through here. And you would have all these pockets coming out of the diamond. So that is Lisa's diamond, and it requires 4 pages. Oops. Moving right along. Now we should be at page number 161 or 205. Should be our next page. So as you can see here, it's wanting to fall on the other side. I would just take my bone folder and really fold this page down. And this is why we haven't paper clipped anything, because we need to do this on occasion. So on page 161, for the 256, I need you guys to look for 163, and I need you to rip that off. For the 320 cookbook, you need to find 207, and you need to rip that off. So we are tearing off 163 or 207. Okay, so we are working with 161 and 165. Or we are working at 205 and 209. So we need 2 pages. So now with this one, we are creating, it's called Shop with BellaSunshyn. We're going to create a shopping bag because we need that to go to put all our crafting together. So what you would need to do is take both of your pages and put our cutting mat, and we are going to cut see, I think about 2.25 inches, or 2.5. Let's just do 2.5. So let's go ahead and measure. Where's my other ruler? We're going to measure 2.5. Oops, that's 2. We're doing 2.5. And then we're going to take our ruler and we're going to cut both page. So we're cutting 161 and 165, or 205 and 209. 2 pages we're cutting together at the 2.5 mark. Like that. All right. The part that you would need, you normally use a bookmark or one of your book pages, which for my class, I decided to go with paper bag because I have to pre-make things for them. So for the Taste of Home cookbook, if you're working, your width is 8 inches. So if you find a page that you're working with, to get the straight line, you need to measure at 7 7/8. So you're taking off like 1/8 of an inch for this one. So with mine, I already did it, and I scored it at, let's see, where my ruler? So this one is marked at 2 inches. See, 2 inches right here, this fold like this, and this one is about 1.5. So this one is 1.5 inches. So you're folding, you're creating this. We are creating the bottom of the paper bag, the shopping bag. So you just want to make sure you line up your fold. Oh, actually, I don't think that matters. Let me put this aside. So with this one, once you have it folded like this, you're going to create a triangle where that line is, like this. And then you're also going to do the other side. Like this. And then when you fold it, you should have, see, it looks like the bottom of the paper bag. So with this one, of course, these, you're going to glue down. Glue, 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 and glue. Then for this one, you want the 2 inch so here you're going to put glue right there. So you're going to glue that, and it's going to look like this, right? Because then this is going to be a pocket right here. So with this one, here's our book, 161. You're going to glue, put glue right here and right there, like that. So you're putting glue, this, and you are going to have your pocket right here, okay? So with this, you are going to, looks like mine is a little big. I'm gonna have to cut it off. That's okay. You're gonna glue so you're gluing the 3 corners. So the top here, this is the 2 inches. So when you glue it, glue and glue, put it right here. And then you're going to have a pocket right here along with this one over here, right? And that should be all glued together. Then the handle, what you want to do is you can either use the paper bag handle that's already pre-made for you, and you can just cut it to fit your page if you want. But they're a little bit bulky because I think there's like 4 layers of these paper bag on this. So it's a little bit bulky. And I have to pre-make one for everybody. So you take you need a strip, and I did a 9.5 strip, and it is 3/4 of the width. So I just kind of copied the paper bag, slight, you know, see? So you can do it 1 inch if you want, whatever's easier for you. So I cut mine at the 9.5 strip, and I'm not doubling it for my class, because then that means you would have to glue it. If you are gonna do one, just make sure you do double it. So you would cut your width at 150, 1.5, and then you fold that in half, and then glue it together to make it stronger to double. Then what you want to do is you're going to take, we're just looking at the 3, I'm just trying to line it up on my mat here like this, and I want to do a fold. So the fold I want to do is maybe, see how this is lined up right here. I'm looking at here, I want to do a straight line like this. Like this. So wherever I'm folding this right here, there's the fold. And I'm trying to get this straight as much as you can. If not, that's okay. Like this. Right? And then we're going to try to do what we want to do. This bottom part, we want to match it up to the mark where we have the other one, which I'm not sure if it's possible. Let's see. No. All right. Well, if you do it this way, like this, you just need to make a template like this, because I have it straight and straight right there, right? Then I guess I'm gonna have to cut. I'm gonna have to cut this off so they're the same width. Like that. And that is one of my handle. And you need to have 2. So if you had a template like this, and you need to make another one, then you just line up your paper like this, and you fold. Like this, and then you cut, and you should be good. So you need 2. So on the book, let me paper clip this for you guys. Okay, let's just say that's glued. Then you want to take this, and looking at a paper bag like this, so which means this is going to be the front, and you would just glue like this. This is what the shopping bag would look like once you glued the handle and the bottom piece. The bottom piece creates a pocket over here, and then you'll have a pocket over here. Now for the back of my shopping bag, I added a little logo I made for my sister and I, because we did collaborate in creating this pocket. And so you can put anything else in there if you want, and you can make it into another pocket. So let's talk about this flap here that we have. This one, depending on where you're putting this shopping bag, you can put this, you can glue this to this side, or you can glue it to this side, but you'll have to glue these together. We can't glue it here because we're going to need this page for our envelope pocket, but we can go ahead and glue it to this, which is behind Lisa's diamond. So you're going to put glue over here and here and glue it, and then you would have a pocket here. So this is Shop with BellaSunshyn, and we need 2 pages. You should be on 167 if you have the 256 cookbook, or 211 for the 320 cookbook. The next pocket we're going to be doing is called envelope, and we'll need 3 pages. So let's go ahead and find page number 169 for the 256 cookbook, and let's go ahead and put our paper clip on that. And then you also need to paper clip page number 173. And then for the 320 cookbook, you need to paper clip 213 and 217. And then let's go ahead and rip those pages with the paper clip. Okay, so for the 256, we'll be working on page number 167, 171, and 175. And for the 320, you should have 211, 215, and 219. So the first thing we're going to need to do is take 167 or 211, and we are going to fold it like it was like the sailboat. So from the top left and then to the bottom right, we're going to go ahead and fold. Then for the page 171 or the 215, you're also going to fold that, but this time it's going to go from the top right to the bottom left. You're going to fold again like the sailboat. Okay, so far you have something looking like this. I actually need to do this on the back. So for this piece, like you have 3, right? You got 1, 2, 3 here. I would go ahead and rip this off. And the same thing for the other page. Tear off. this one needs to go on the opposite side like this. So you should have something like this. Now for this one, you are going to glue over here. You're going to glue that down here. Then over this 167 on the back, you are going to glue right there. So you would have a pocket. You can put something here, maybe going this way, and then you'll have another one here. Then for the next page, which is page 177, I'm sorry, I mean the page 176, take one of your paper that you have took out of the book, and we are going to make a flap over here. And what I would do with this one is you want to go ahead, you want to double that page, the flap. So I would just maybe cut this into a straight edge. And then let's go ahead and fold it in half. Can we use half? Well, it's actually going to be a little bit more. So what we're trying to do, you see this opening here? We are trying to create that. So I think we need 2 pages for that. So let me go ahead and cut this off. I'm going to go ahead and glue this together. So I have mine glued. Then what we're going to do is I'm going to use this side. And so from this side, I need to go mark like 4.5. And I think we need to go ahead and make our line. See, we're using this, so we need to go ahead and find our center. So let's go ahead and find our page, this one. I'm gonna line it up just to find the center. Then we're gonna go ahead and let's see, we'll start cutting that. We're gonna go ahead from this center right here to here. We're gonna cut, and then from here to that center, we're gonna cut. See, there's our little flap. So if you had an envelope, this would have been on the top like this. But instead, we're going to put it on page number 176, or it's going to be page number 220. So we got this 1 page, 2, and 3. So on the 3rd page on the back, it's going to have it right here. And you are just going to glue right on this edge. Like this, and then it would become like a tuck spot. That. So with this one, I would go ahead and do double this page. And we're gonna glue it right here, but I'm just gonna put the paper clip to hold it in place. And let's go ahead and do our post-it, and it's called envelope, and you need 3 pages. We have done 6 pockets today. If you guys have any question, please leave a comment below. We still have about 9 pockets left to do, and part 4 will be available next week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, happy crafting.